Last profit maximizer. My favorite strategy. Write this down. No overhead growth. No overhead what? Growth. Okay? No overhead growth. Okay? No overhead growth. Think of every dollar you spend as money that you're investing in your business, and all investments must produce a return. A what? A return. Now, I know it's getting late. Stay with me. I just need another 10 minutes or so. Is that okay? Yeah. Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Produce a what? Return. Some high energy. A what? Return. Thank you. A return. Yes. After this, you can always go back and be like that. For now, have some energy, okay? Every dollar you spend, a return. Berkshire Hathaway. You can actually buy an ebook from a Kindle, which is all the letters to shareholders from Warren Buffett. Read that ebook. Phenomenal. Okay? In the 2010 annual report, so Berkshire Hathaway at the time worth about $200 billion in value. Is that a little bit of money or is that a lot of money? Okay, employs over 260,000 people worldwide. Okay, and you look at the expenditures in Warren's office, his office where he manages empire, make all those investments. Expenditures on office equipment, $301,363. That's Warren's expenditures. And here's the kicker. It's not per year. It's in 40 years combined. In 40 years combined, Warren Buffett, expenditure office equipment, 300 grand. I know a company that's making only $2 million in revenue spend more than that per year. Because Warren looks at every dollar and say, am I getting a return? Am I getting a good return with that? The reason most business owners pimp their office, car, computers, because they let the emotions and ego dictate expenditures. Yes?
By the way, Hathaway, Warren Buffett are for free on his website, all the letters since ever, for the last 4 years.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you can pull it from the website as well. I'm just lazy. I like the Kindle version so I can flip through it. But you can go through the website and see that as well.
They are free.
Yeah, they're free as well. You could do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ego, dictate expenditures. And by the way, I'm guilty of this. I've been there. I've done that. And I like nice things. I like nice things. So now I used to, you don't know this, but I used to have an office, right, the big office right across the street. Up there. Yeah. Yeah.
I can verify that.
Yeah. Rosalie knows. Yeah, same office floor, right?
But you never used it.
I never used it. It's a big fucking stupid mistake. I'm telling you, right? It's not necessary. It's like now I run everything from home. Lean and mean. Bruce Lee, right? Lean and mean. Ask yourself, is that $3,000 pimped out Mac computer going to produce more revenue? Does it help you reduce your costs or drive profits? Is it going to produce a greater return on investment than a Dell? Do you actually need it? Right? Fancy offices, hot car, lots of staff. High overhead, not the definition of success. I always say spending money to look like a big deal is not the same as being a big deal. You want to look rich or you want to be rich? Most people, they want, yeah, fancy. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Spending money to look like a big deal is not the same as being a big deal. So do you want to look like a big deal or do you actually want to be a big deal? Hello? Be a big deal. Not about getting big. Not about getting big. So how you run your business during the good times is a great indicator on how we will survive when the bad times come. So nowadays, what I've learned my lesson, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I expect things will turn. Especially things are going well, something is going to happen. I want to have cash in the bank in case something happens. So what would be good numbers? How much cash, maybe operating cash you should have in your bank account? Is it a month? Is it 2 months? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? A year? So it depends on your risk tolerance and how conservative you are. Just because you believe in something, it doesn't make it true. It does not make it true. Okay? It does not make it true. So, quick question. Look at business A, look at business B. Look at business what? Business B. Let's say the revenue is $100. Is how much? Same. And expenses also $90. How much? Making a profit of how much? $10, right? Profit 10. The goal, I want to increase my profit by 30% to $13. How much profit? I want to my goal. So what's my strategy? I have two ways I could go. I can increase revenue, right? So let's see what that looks like. So business A decides the strategy to increase the revenue from $100 to $125. How big of a jump is that? What percentage? Is that a lot or little? It's a lot. Even within a year, yes? Business B has a different strategy. Business B takes a hard look at all the expenses of the business, and that's my recommendation for you. Go back, look at your expenses, look at your recurring expenses, look at all those subscriptions, look at all those things you're spending money on. Do you actually use it? Do you need it? Because let me show you the impact of this. Do I need this? Do I want this? What do I need it for? Yes?
But Dan, you're not saying to be cheap, but be frugal.
No, because I'm not a cheap guy, okay? I'm saying being smart with example, okay? I like nice things. How many have seen my red suit? Yeah, okay, my red suit, and I bought it from Vegas. I bought it in October when it's actually on sale. So the suit, it is an expensive suit, but also when I go buy it, it's 35% off. Okay, so I'm buying nice things, but I'm not being stupid with my money. Does that make sense? And whatever I'm spending, here's how much I make, this is how much I'm spending on luxury stuff. Is that okay? No, I'm making this much and I spend this much. That's not okay, right? Buying a car I couldn't afford, buying a fancy house I couldn't afford. Does that make sense? Being financially intelligent. Right? Do I need this? Do I want this? Look at this. Revenue by 25% to $125, big increase. You can see expenses also gone up because the services revenue. $112 to create a profit of $13, 25% in revenue. Or I can lower my expenses by only 3.5%. to 87% to get the same 30% increase in profit. How soon I can do that? For some of you, maybe days. Versus that. You getting this? It's very easy. Take a hard look at all your expenses. One thing I can tell you I'm never cheaped on is education. That's why I spend the 10 grand, that's $7,500 to go see Keith. Spend that 4 or 5 days. Because I know that one strategy, how much that would be worth to me. Thinking time. I'm never cheap. For advice, just like this month, I spent a few $1,000s. I paid a YouTube consultant to look at my channel. I paid a person from TV talking about if I was to do some kind of a TV show, what would that look like? The pilot, I paid the consultant fee, right? Those things, because it saves me what? Time. It saves me time. So when it comes to those, I would gladly invest in my own education. The fastest path to profit maximization is reducing the drag of expenses, not building a bigger sales engine or pushing the growth expenses. Always, always, always pick the low-hanging fruit. Always pick the low-hanging fruit. Are there expenses within your business right now that you could cut? Yes? Very easy. How soon can you do that? Tonight, tomorrow morning, you could do it. Might not seem like a lot. You cut a few $100s here and there. When you add it up, it will blow you away because you think in terms of how much revenue you have to generate to make that profit, to make that cash, to pay for that. That couple $100, you look at it, shit. Actually, to pay that $500 a month, I need to generate $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 in revenue to have that $500 cash to pay for this thing. You will look at expenses very carefully. So my primary maximization, profit maximization strategies, how do we grow top-line revenues and maintain or reduce our expense? Is that a good question to ask? Yes. Yeah. How can I grow top-line revenues and maintain or even reduce our expenses? That's what I mean, no overhead growth. No overhead growth. And that's why I prefer a lot of strategies, a lot of stuff that I do. My mentees know I made money out of thin air. No overhead. Don't even need much infrastructure. Maybe let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say you have business A, business B. They have a list, they've got a product. I'm, let's say a broker of a deal, put the deal together, just get a little percentage for every sale that they make, or a profit share structure. Is this my business? Is this my list? Do I have to spend money to service this list? Is this my product? Do I have to spend money in manufacture this product? Yeah, but I can get some earnings from that with no money invested. That's one way that you can make money, right? Just like a few days ago, I was talking to a publisher from Italy that they're going to publish some of my books. I'm going to sell the rights to them, and they're going to pay me in advance in royalty and intellectual property. Also, they're going to pay me about $1 per book, and they're going to print about, I don't know, 10,000 books each with a few. So, from there, I might make 30, 40 grand with something I already have that I don't have to invest money into, yes? So my return is good, right? Yeah, so that's an example. I want you to just think outside the box. So optimize before you grow. Optimize before you optimize your expenses. Not just grow, but look at your expenses. Are you being as efficient as possible? Last one. Can I give you a bonus?
Yes.
Can I give you a bonus?
Yes.
Very last one. Meet with an accounting professional and review your financials every month. Because you can improve something you don't. Yeah, you don't measure, you don't know. At least every month, or maybe for some of you, maybe every quarter. And if your accountant is good, they would be happy because they want to see you do well, right? They want to see you do well. They want to see you do well. So review, ask questions. Let me ask you a question. Listen to this. If you meet with an accountant, let's say once every month, you ask these questions, you look at the financials. In, let's say, 3 months or 6 months or a year, are you going to be smarter? Would you have a better understanding of your numbers? Yes. That's like free education. They're doing your books anyway. You might as well ask them some questions. That's what I'm talking. It's free education. That's awesome. That is so awesome.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.